I think the best bet for the Raiders as far as overachieving goes, you mentioned Max Crosby as the star. Chandler Jones coming off his worst season in a while. Can he kind of recapture some of his previous self? He's getting a little old now. He was drafted in 2012. Malcolm Kuntz has had a nice little preseason, but then they draft Tyree Wilson in the top 10. He's coming off the foot injury. Haven't seen him on the field yet. If all of the defensive linemen come together, maybe that masks some of the issues, in the back end. But again, I don't. It's an intriguing defensive line. I just don't think it's enough. I really look at this roster. I can't get out of my mind that John Gruden in his second year, right? When you're going through this rebuild process, Gruden in his second year is like, defense. We got to spend all of our time on defense. We don't have enough playmakers. We don't have enough players. And you're sitting here 4 years later, and it's even worse than it was back then. On paper, that's going to be a challenge. Going up against the Chargers, going up against the Chiefs, going up against Sean Payton and Russ. It's going to be tough on the defensive side unless a lot of players step up for the Raiders.
Yeah. No, I think,
including a Marcus Peters who stays healthy late in his career and has one of those 6 or 7 interception seasons. That's what it's got to be.
It's tough to find a compelling reason that defense will be good, even outside of looking at what its opposition is going to be within the division and the rest of their schedule.
Anything nice to say about the Raiders before we leave here?
We said it. Like, the skill position players are really good. I mean, Davante Adams is still as good as any receiver in the NFL. I'm not buying the idea that he's now in second place to Justin Jefferson. He's as good as it gets. Jacoby Myers was the poster child of being like a bad number one, but when he doesn't have to be that guy, when he can just be Jacoby Myers opposite Davante Adams, that's a really good receiver to have. Hunter Renfrow, is one of those cheat code type players from the slot in certain route situations. If they get Josh Jacobs back in the building, under contract, happy to go running back.
Trey Tucker is a trick play specialist.
Right. Like, I didn't love Michael Mayer as a prospect, but he should be able to make some noise at tight end right away. Austin Hooper's there just in case he can't. And I could be wrong. It's a good group. Like, that should be productive.
Yeah, that's right. I think that'll keep the Raiders in games. If Garoppolo stays healthy, or if Aiden O'Connell just takes over and becomes the next Tom Brady. That is also a possibility.
Right. If Aiden O'Connell shows back up in the regular season and continues to not have turnover when he plays, he might just be a great quarterback.
All right, over-under for the Raiders.
Under.
Is 6.5.
6.5. That is quite a low figure.
Yeah.
How many did they win last year?
6-11 last year. One of which was the Jacoby Myers, Ramondre Stevenson lateral.
Ridiculous play.
That was one of their wins.
All right, let's stay under because the AFC got tougher and they didn't get better.